I would like the Lord to enable you as globe understand the global sequence of nature and climate. The importance of my program today is to enlighten the globe on my functions and the need for the globe to take more serious, if possible, most serious. The existing authorities in this globe are as well to support their leaders by their mentalities and functions, individual conduct, performances. This year is the beginning of the new generation. That means that it is not in the knowledge of man what the God of creations is up to and what the nature's intention is directed to and where it will end, since no one knew where it started. It was not under the command of the world leaders or content, but the God of creations. The global natural destruction map is a good idea and is supposed to be something that people look into. I study and set or adjust or influence, stimulate the climate daily. Oh yeah. I said I study, influence, stimulate the global climate daily and monitor it to the extent of security for contents, especially in this part of the world where I live or reside or reside. It is the evidence and proof of my statements. To do this for the globe requires a lot to make available, and especially cooperation in faith. For me to continuously monitor the global climate, nature, and as well monitor it on the map to be more precise and effective, the globe has to be aware. The world leaders are also to be aware and attentive, because it is the control point, the control room, they call it on earth, for such supernatural realm activities. There can't be any universities or any places that possess the knowledge or the timing. You only get it when it is already formed and advancing. That is when the weather forecasts or the natural disaster reporters get information first. But I see it form and I tell you what makes it form. It is proven. On the 19th, from the, let me say, on these maps, nature disaster maps, you see that the record in a day of occurrences are very high and continuous it is almost daily activity. It has been daily, and it was also reduced or paused by myself by tying some spiritual sequences into the ropes, trapping the natural disasters like earthquakes from advancing. That is as much as I can. But to reckon with this ability and acknowledge its effects and need, there have to also be some reactions that prove it is a function that is reckoned with in the globe. Just like presidents of nations get everything unpaid for taking care of their nations, same with kingdoms. I would like the globe to know that this is a kingdom and it is just under one sky and one sun, one moon, and that. I am to set the global climate. I was to set the global climate before this time, so I made requirements that are supposed to be attended to by the globe. That's the global leaders. I mentioned that the half of the planet's poles will then be removed, and many will be removed through that. And the time came, I have not still got the requirements as placed, and it was also what is happening, that the places were being removed and the angles of the cardinal points were reducing. That means the cardinal points were losing strength to exist. If you look at this global natural disaster map, you will see that it has already reached the half of the globe. It has already also advanced towards the upper side of the globe, where is the remaining part. That is where Germany and the rest countries are also situated geographically. Europe. You will also see that Europe has been affected, like Spain, Italy, Greece, Russia, all the nations you see on this map. You will see that it has also affected them thoroughly, intensively, Asia and America. The worst point why I'm speaking this to the globe in this sense or tense is that the Atlantic Ocean storm has already occurred, and the significance is global flooding. This is also one of the most dangerous things. In this map, I talked about the separation of the clouds and waters. It is the water activity time that is the most dangerous, because it has the ability to magnet with the waters above to close down, that is collide. To avoid all this, I would not like to perform safety functions without being compensated or paid or placed properly with my requirements and people. It is important for this to be done because it is worth doing than worth losing the world to water. Remember, before the earthquakes and landslides and forest fires, I had already warned about it, and you see it manifest fast. I am now warning against global flooding or burning and global warming. I have participated or activated or functioned immensely over years, since 2013, say, to maintain the sun that we enjoy since then. But this I would not also like to continue in a globe where myself and my people are not considered properly or taken care of properly, like the people who are actually keeping the globe safe and good. I can tell you that there is no nation's leader that is in the ability to do this, or to ensure the whole globe of safety from natural disasters, or bringing the new functions, abilities into equality. Then I would say that these natural disasters that have manifested and still growing will not stop until everything is done completely. It is more dangerous when you cannot see it physically destroy any place, because if it remains invisible, then you have more chances of too many destructions at the same time, because they grow to accumulate and expose in that form. I would like the world leaders to know that for me to program the global climate and sequence the nature, I will require everything I have placed. And I will require the cooperation of the leaders of the globe. That means most of those things that I no matter require is or are the things that I would put in place to make myself be in place to be able to save the place. The globe is a place of global ropings. If you look at these maps, you will see the movement of global ropings. Sometimes they are in form of waters, sometimes they are wind, and sometimes they are gravity. But the main thing is they are the global equatorial rope. The equatorial ropes are the threads you find circulating the globe to hold it in a geography and stability. These global ropes have been activated into destruction mode. That is why they climb from the waters below human planet to above and surface as natural disasters. They possess the ability to wipe out the globe when they are complete in fingers. I possess the ability to tie up the global ropings. I have as well displayed it in the last days where it was getting too brutal for the planet. I did this because I know that the activity is like this, and it is to close up the globe. But some you will not feel and some you will feel. This day I am saying that for me to continuously secure the globe daily and the nations or continents, I request entitlements which are reasonable and proper, because it must be acknowledged as a function that is superior and supreme, since it is directly linked to the Almighty God and His authorities, and since it is linked to the mysteries behind the histories of the globe and contents.